All right, guys, I got one question for you. Brand new Silver Eagles or random date back date? What is your choice? We're going to talk about that today, and which do you pick? As you know, there is the historic heraldic eagle design, minted in 2021 and prior. And here is the Type 2 design, and that is minted in 2021 and later. And if you're buying Silver Eagles, are you buying the 2024s, the 2023s, the random date tubes, and which do you prefer? Okay, so here we've got my Silver Eagle collection here. I'm getting this organized. I've got some circulated eagles in here I've got to kind of pull out because I want to get my monster box full of just choice Silver Eagles that can easily be liquidated if I need to. But I'm not putting those in the monster box. Monster box holds 500 eagles. What I like a lot better are these little boxes here that hold 10 tubes or 200 eagles. You can pick these up on eBay. This is, I believe, a Royal Canadian Mint Wildlife Series. Let's see. Let's see. These are, hold on. Yeah, this one is a Wildlife 2020, but they perfectly hold 10 tubes of Silver Eagles, and they're not too heavy. And that is my preference rather than the giant monster box. But I'm going to call it a monster box, and let's see, I hope to get this loaded with 20 tubes, which would be 400 Silver Eagles. It would be 100 short of the monster box. But I think I'm just about there to fill those two blue boxes. So back to the question. There are a variety of coins in here. There are the 2023s that I just bought from bullion.com. Great dealer, great price, low 26s on those when I bought those. They're 2023s. This is an old choice. I think it's a 2016. Or does that say 2019? Someone was saying that the design, the depth of the design is different between the two Liberties. Yeah, I don't know. There's a difference in the rays in the sun, etc. The new design was supposed to be more in depth, but honestly, I think the Type 1 is a better rendition. So I would have to agree with you, the person that said that. I like the Type 1 better on both sides. Okay, so what we have here, these are the 2023s I just purchased because they were the cheapest. Let's find another two. These are 2000, I like it when they put the sticker on there, 2021s. These are Type 1s, which I bought a bunch of because I thought they would be very limited mintage before the design changed, and that turned out to be pretty true. We've got some 2014s in here. I need to label all these. Believe these are some 2014s I bought from Vermilion Enterprises in his random tube offering, solid date BU tubes. So that's how he does it. We're going to talk more about that in a minute when I get over to my analysis. But and then we've got some circulated eagles there, which make them one off. Doesn't make them culls, but it doesn't make them BUs either. So yeah, I can't see any other tubes labeled here. If you do have your eagle tubes like this, if you're fortunate enough to have quite a few, I would put the years on them with a little sticker, especially if you don't open them and don't plan to open them. Then how will you know what you have? And we're going to get over and take a look at financial reasons to consider whether you want the Type 1 on the right or the Type 2 on the left. So let's go do that, and tell me what you prefer and why you prefer it. And are you paying a little more for the 2024s? I guess the question is why? Be right back.
All right, guys, we are over at JM Bullion to see what they're selling Silver Eagles for. I've tried to sort this from lowest to highest, and let's see if there's a difference in what they sell current year Silver Eagles from prior year Silver Eagles. Okay, we have random year cull are 27.79. Of course, these are not the lowest prices online, but I'm just using JM Bullion to get an idea for how they perceive the value of the most recent versus the prior year Silver Eagles. And here we go. So a random year Silver Eagle as low as 28.29, a 24 Silver Eagle 28.79. Now, a 2023 Silver Eagle, 29.79. So they are charging the most for the 23s, the next most for the 24s, and random any year would be the least, which would presumably be earlier than 2023. Let's keep going and see what earlier years are selling for if there is a premium. Okay, the 2021 Silver Eagle is selling for 32.29, a Type 1 and a Type 2. As you know, the design changed mid-2021 from the historic design, the heraldic eagle, to the new design, which I don't care for that much. They are charging the same for either one. Now, it's probably worth noting the mintage difference between the two while we are here. I'll get back to this page in a little while. But there were a total of 28 million eagles produced in 2021, and according to Google, 13 million were the Type 1. That's the one that I collected because I thought it would be most collectible and lowest mintage. And it does turn out that 13 million out of 28 are the Type 1, and about 15 and about 15 million, 15 and 13, about 15 million were the Type 2. But those are definitely carrying a premium. So if you were to snag some 2021s in the random dates, you'd have a more valuable coin, according to JM Bullion. I'm not saying they would pay you more for it. I don't know what the buyback prices are, but more valuable for the prior year. 2020, they're charging $32.29. 2017, 2019, 2012. Okay, 2018. So it was the mintage. Let's look at the mintage again. And let's see what the low mintage years are. Well, let's see. Going back to 2014, 44 million. 2015, 47 million. In 2017, the mintages dropped and didn't pop again until 2020. Is that helpful in understanding that? So it just looks like they have higher prices for people collecting date runs on Silver Eagles. When does it get interesting? 2006, they are charging 34.29. What was the mintage in 2006? It was only 10 million, so relatively low mintage year. Have to pay up a little bit more for that. 2005, similar. How far back do they go on these? Do they go all the way back to 86? Here's a 1996 selling for $53. What is the mintage in 1996? It is 3.6 million. Wow, low mintage year on those early eagles. I don't think you'd get any of those in a random date, but just going on to what the most overpriced would be, staying away from the proofs. What is the highest price for a BU Silver Eagle? 1 second. Got to get past the proofs. Is that a proof? Yeah, that's a W proof. Let's go to the next page. Now we get into the graded coins. Hey guys, don't collect graded Silver Eagles. Just don't do it. Okay, that's about all we have for you here. Yeah, I think that's all I have. So there you go. There are the selling prices. And going back to page one, we have to ask ourselves, what are 2023s more desirable than 2024s? Mintage looks like it's going to come up in 2024. In 2023, we have at least as far as this website is updated on Wikipedia, 24.7 million. In 2022, we had 15.9 million. I told you about 2021 already. There are two different types. Each of those the same or a little bit lower than the 2022 mintage. 2020, they blew out 31 million. And then 2019, 18, and 17 were lower mintages. I don't know. Do you play the lower mintage game? And what do you think about random year Silver Eagles? In my mind, the random year Silver Eagle is the way to go. Are they going to show us a picture of the heraldic? Hold on, let's go get a picture of the heraldic eagle. And I know you like that better. I mean, 9 out of 10 people. Let's do a type 1. Here it is. This is what I collected. I bought a lot of these because I thought they would be, last year of the best design. There is the heraldic eagle that could not be improved upon, and it was not, in my opinion. But and back when these came out, spot price and the silver squeeze and everything was on. So these were quite expensive back then, meaning that people are generally, not going to get rid of their Type 1. And maybe not even their Type 2 2021s. But the better design, okay, and, possibly the cheaper price. 1 second. Let's get back to the pricing. Okay, so the randoms are 28.29, the cheapest of the bunch, and you may get the better design, and you may get a lower mintage. Why wouldn't you go for that? Now, if we go over to Vermilion Enterprises, all right, here is a video from a few days ago, about 5 days ago, and these prices may or may not be in effect. But what he's selling here are the 2024s at $4 over spot, and the random years at $3.50 over spot. And when I heard him say that, I thought, well, damn, that's exactly what I want. He only sells at these prices the solid date tubes. And when I bought from him solid date tubes, and it was a great transaction, I got 2014s, I think, which is a high mintage year. That would make sense that there'd be a lot of those in the wild. Yeah, 44 million years. So that makes sense. People would get rid of those first. But notice how the 2024s are going for $4 over, and the random date, which could include 23s, 22s, very desirable 21s, and even prior dates, possibly very old dates. So I think that's kind of a no-brainer, and I wonder why people are paying the 4 over or the higher prices for the 2024s. I mean, you're just going to put them in your stack. You're probably going to hold them for a few years, and in the end, the older ones will sell for more than the newer ones unless there's some kind of aberration in mintage. Or do you not look at it that way? Perhaps you just look at an eagle as an eagle, but I like to dive a little deeper and figure out what would be the best eagle, right? I mean, I'm always about getting the best deal. And this is a no-brainer. I mean, here, so at about 2260, and 350 puts you at about, let's see, 2260, 23, 24, 25. 2610 is what, or 2620 or 2630 or something in the low 26s is what he's selling these for. That rivals the best deal online, unless you can use credit cards or Costco tricks or whatnot. But in my mind, that is the deal. I want the old ones in solid date BU tubes, what he calls retail friendly. That's what I'm all about. I don't want the brand new ones. Now, if you're doing a date run of tubes of Eagles, I can understand why you'd want to pick up the 24s, but why don't you wait till next year when they're cheaper, right? That's what I would do. I would buy the 24s a year after they come out if they are going to get cheaper, or if they are going to be cheaper. Back to JM Bullion. Let's see, back to this. So in this case, the 23s are more than the 24s. Well, I guess they're more expensive here. But on other websites, let's go over to, bullion exchanges. They usually have very good prices. Maybe not be the cheapest today, but in their Silver Eagle category, let's see what their pricing looks like. There's one at spot today. Okay, and there's Cull. You can get those $25.96. So here's a random year for 2611. And here's a 24 for 27.26. This is more common that the latest year would be selling for more than the random years. But here again, I would get the random year, and I would not pay up for the 24. I'd wait a year till it goes down in price. Let's see if they're selling 23s. They may not be separating out the 2023s. Oh, here you can get a 1988 for 45 bucks. Let's see if I can pick 2023 here. Yeah, there it is. And do they have one? They only have the 23s in the slab, which, again, I wouldn't be a buyer of anything in a slab these days. So there you have it, the story on Silver Eagles. And the question is, are you buying the brand new release of the 24s, or are you buying the back date, and why? That's my question. You know my thoughts, but what are your thoughts? Thanks, guys.